Hi guys, and welcome to Visual C++ tutorial of an advanced payroll management system. Now guys, I'm going to show you how this works. First of all, let me show you guys the database. That is the database. And as you can see, there's nothing on this very database. So I'm going to leave it open the way it is. Okay, I'm just going to kind of like minimize it. Okay, just click on Add. Take note of the details we have in here of Mary Allen. If I click on Add, as you can see there, I've officially clicked on Add. There we go. Record saved on database, on payroll database. I'm going to click on OK there. So let's go straight now to the database. That is the database. As you can see, there's nothing in there, but when I close it and reopen it, there we should be able to see Mary Allen's details. Now I'm going to close that and just minimize it. Okay guys, let us start work with a new Visual C++ payroll management system project. So I'm going to exit out of here, click on yes, and I'm going to click on new project, and let's select CLRMT project.NET framework C++. Click on next and give that project a name. I'm going to call it CPP payroll system, and I'm just going to enter asset there. Okay, CPP payroll system asset, and let's click on create. There we go. And right there, the development environment is ready. Now to create the form, I'm going to do as follows. You see right here, that is the property. Click on the property, and right here this dialog box pops up. Make sure the platform is 64-bit, and let's select linker. Inside the linker, you want to select system, and to your right you should be able to see subsystem, and drop that arrow down and then select Windows Subsystem Windows. Go back to the configuration area, select Advanced. To your right is entry point, change that to, just enter main in there, and then you click on apply, click on OK there. Now the next thing you want to do is back into your Solution Explorer, right click on the name of your project and select Add. Inside Add, come right down here, select New Item. This dialog pops up. Inside this dialog, select CLR and select Windows Forms. Right here, the name of the default Windows form is myform.h. I'm going to leave that name as myform.h and just click on Add. There we go. Our development environment is getting ready, although we do have an error right now. Click on the Solution Explorer. Inside the Solution Explorer, we need the file that is called myform.cpp. Double click on myform.cpp. And right here, we're meant to enter some lines of codes, but I'll make life easy for myself and for you guys. Let's go to the forum where we can get the lines of codes to use. You see here it says Create C++ window application in Visual Studio 2017, and this code still works for it. These are the instructions that I followed, though the application I'm using is 2022. Right here, those are the lines of codes. To copy that, I'm going to include the URL for this forum onto the description area for you guys to have a look yourself. Paste the lines of code that I've just copied, and I have an error. Now what it's asking me is I must enter the name of my project. So I'm going to call it CPP payroll system. There we go. and this error should disappear. That is it, my form is ready. You can run the program right now if you want. I'm going to run it. The form should appear, but unfortunately the form is not physically on the Solution Explorer just yet. And let's see if the form is coming up now. Right there, guys, that is the form. I'm going to close that and let's go back to the Solution Explorer. The form is meant to be here, but it's not right there for now. So the only way out for us is to log off and reopen the system. So I'm going to close it. Just right click in here and open the project again. That is the project right up there. Click on that. And there we go, it's coming up now. There we go. So let's go straight into the Solution Explorer. There. And that is your form right there. If you double click on it now, the form should be visible. There we go, that's the form. Make sure your form is selected. Now go straight to the properties. Inside the properties, we now want to change the form to 1386 by 788. Scroll right down, see where we have start position, this very one here. Let's get it centered. Center the screen. And come right down, you see where we have window states. Change the window states to maximize. I'm now going to go straight to my toolbox here. Pin that down. And I will select the panel. Just draw that panel that much. And let's go straight into the properties. I'm going to change the back color of that very panel to cadet blue. Oh, let's increase this a little bit more. Okay, just decrease it. Alright, and up here I'm going to add a label. Just going to drag the label all the way. And I'm going to change the properties of that very label. Let's come in here, you see where we have auto size. I'm going to change that to 4. Border style, I'm going to change that to fixed 3D. Now I'm going to change this to cadet blue. Sorry, that is the back color is cadet blue. And border style, I'm going to leave that as, or let's just leave it like that. That's normal. And right in here, let's change the font size of this label to maybe about 48. Make that bold. And let's change the font to Payroll Management System and get it centered. There we go. Now let's go back in here, grab hold of the panel, draw the panel here, and change the back color of that panel to control. There we go. And now I'm going to copy this very panel, take it to the side and just reduce the size that much. Good. Now I'm also going to copy it, bring it right here and change, or just drag it down and then change the back color to cadet blue as well. Now this very one, I'm going to copy it, copy, paste it right here, and I'm going to kind of like half the size of that. Let's make it about 90. Okay, that's 100 and something, that's okay. Now I'm going to copy this again, and let's reduce it, make it half of that. Copy and copy another one here. There we go. Okay, and right here I'm going to copy this, paste it right here, drag it right down about that much. Right, and let's copy this to the other side. And right underneath here I'm going to add 5 buttons. We have 1. Let's change the properties of this very button to something readable. I'm going to make it about 30 bold. Now copy. We have 2, 4, and 1 more. Okay, we're gonna have to rearrange the button a little bit. Okay, we have our button in place anyway. Now we now need to add some labels up here. Grab hold of labels, paste it here. Change the font size of that very label to maybe about 20. Make that bold. And let's copy it. So copy the label. Copy again and again. And copy one right there. Hold on to the control, click and drag. Okay, so I'm going to need 4 here. And 2 here. Then we have 1 here. Let's move this like this. And 1 here. And 1 more here. Right, let's reduce the size of these so that we can increase the size, the width of that. Okay, we need 4 here, and we can just add 3 here. That's good. Now all of these labels here, the input data for them will be label as well, so I'm going to modify that. Go straight to the properties. Right inside the properties, I'm going to change as follows. Auto size, change that to false. Border and background color, I'm going to make it white. Border style, I'm going to make it fixed single. There guys, look at that. Looks exactly like a label. I'm going to I'm going to align it to the right and get rid of the text content in there. Delete. So now let's copy this. We have 2 here and 4. Then we need 2 below, and we need 1 here. 1. Okay. And another 1 here. Right. Then we need 4 here. Bring that down. Alright. And here we have deleted 4 labels, or remove 4 labels. Put back 4 labels. Okay. We need just 1 label here. And let's come in here. Let's grab hold of a combo box. 1 combo box here. one combo box here. Let's change the fonts of those components to 20 as well. There. Now we need text box. Text box. Change the font to 20 as well. Bold. Now copy. Copy. That's good. Alright, we now need 3 text box here. Let's grab hold of one and modify that. Then 2 and 3. Alright guys, we're getting there. We're almost there now. Now, for the buttons, let's change 1 or 2 things there on these buttons. Smooth that in. Okay. Now all of these buttons, I'm going to reduce their width. Let's see, what's the width? 193. Select it all, and I'm going to make it, let's say, 188 by 51. Okay, we should have enough room now to squeeze this one in properly. And there, that will be exits. The variable name for that will be btn exit. The next one will be reset. And change the data name to reset. And here, pay reference. Variable name will be pay reference. Then we have add new, btn add new. Variable name will be add new. And finally, that will be payment. And the variable name will be btn payment. There we go. Okay guys, let's come in here now, and here I'm going to add a rich text box. Oh, before that, okay, I can still add my rich text box anyway. I will amend it later on. Alright, but in here, okay, if you're going to get it confused, I can always delete the rich text box. Do this first. Let's go back to the toolbox. Inside the toolbox, let's pin that down. We need 2 components here inside this very panel. The first one I'm going to need is the menu. Let's go up here for menu script. There we go. That's our menu script. In there you can just enter as follows. Then here, let's say we have new, then we can open a file through it. Then let's save and print. Then what else can we do? We can exit. There we go. And beside it here, let's enter edit. Inside the edit, we have, let's enter copy, and we have paste, and we can cut as well. There we go. And right here we can say we have tools. Inside the tools we have color, then we have font, and that will do. Okay, so that is that done for. Now the other object we're going to be adding is the tool strip, this very one. Double click on that. There, that is it right underneath there. And as for the tool strip, here I'm going to add open. So let's click on that. Select the button. I'm going to need the properties. Pin down the properties. Okay, so make sure the button is selected. Come to the image. Click on the image and navigate to wherever you may have your image. I think I have mine in here. That is it, VB image. I've provided a link on the description area for you guys. So let's go in the large color and select that. So we have new in there. The next one is going to be open. Add another button. Click on the image right there, open. Okay, if you want, the choice is yours. Make sure you give your project a name, so you can call that, I'm just going to call it BTN open. Okay, TSBTN open. So that's the name of that. This one as well, I'm going to call it new. Now create another one. The other one is going to be button as well, and I'm going to change this to save. Where is the icon for save? There we go. And change the name of that to TSBTN save. There we go. Now I'm going to add three separator, 1, 2, 3. Now the next one is going to be a printer. Add a button again. Go to the image. Let's look for printer. There. We have printer in there. Go right up. Give your product a name. Printer. There. Beside the printer, I'm going to add 3 buttons. 3 separators, 2 and 3. Then I will add 3 buttons. The first one is going to be copy. Let's copy. Change the name to copy. The next one, that will be another button. Grab an image for that and change. Let's look for paste here. And change the name to paste. The variable name to paste. Nice. Now here I'm going to add another button. Come right here and grab hold of the cut and change the name to cut. There we go. That is good. So beside it, I'm going to add 3 separators and 1 more. Okay, and here I'm going to add a label. So that label is going to be for my date. So I can call that TSLBL date. There we go. And right here, I'm now going to add a rich text box. Now you see the reason why I decided to add the rich text box at the end of the interface design. So this rich text box is going to be for our payslip. There we go. Now let's name this one. This is going to be known as net pay. Then we have the gross pay here. No, that is deduction. So this one here, we're going to change the name of that very one to LBL net pay. Okay, and so on. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. And there we go, guys. I'll finish up with the naming for each of the components. And for each component here, like the pay reference, this one is called CBO pay reference, and this is LBL wage reference. And here these are text box. So employee text box, TXT employee, that's full name, TXT name, CBO gender, and so on. So let's run it and you guys just see how it all looks like. There we go, guys. That is how the interface is looking right now. There's nothing happening for now. With that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.